Hey folks, thanks for joining the Rock and Metal Guardian today. I'm Dane, your host. Hope you're doing well wherever you may find yourselves. Today's review is the new album from Cirith Ungol entitled Dark Parade. There's a look at the front album cover. There's a back with the track listing. You get 8 songs in all. And I took the liberty of opening the booklet so I could show you this great group photo of the band. And there's Tim Baker, the vocalist with his sunglasses. Looks a lot like Rob Halford, wouldn't you say? This is going to be a track-by-track analysis, as always. The first song is called Velocity, and it opens with a nice riff or riffs that's almost a minute long before the vocals kick in. And I'm listening to this, I'm going, man, I'm loving this already. So anyway, the vibe of this first song, especially vocally, has that classic Cirith Ungol vibe, that Frost and Fire vibe specifically, and the guitar tone as well has that vibe. So both have that vibe. This song has some nice heaviness to it. The guitar is fantastic, and the twin guitar hooks and harmonies just amazing. The second song is called Relentless, and it's a great opening hook, and the riff is just mesmerizing. The guitar tone is exquisite. Oh, it's so exquisite. And what's interesting about this song, I guess because of the scales, and I'm not a guitar player, so I'm not sure. If I had to guess, it's because of the scales that are being played. There's this certain, and the effects being used, there's a certain quasi-Eastern influence to it, at least to my ears. It's as if someone took a sitar and ran it through a guitar filter or a guitar effects pedal chain or something like that. It's great. I love it. The third song is called Sailor on the Seas of Fate, and the song title comes from, I'm wearing a t-shirt of the band, and the t-shirt is from the first album, Frost and Fire, but originally it came from many different editions of Michael Moorcock's Elric saga, which is part of a larger saga called the Eternal Champion series, and the second book in the Elric saga is called Sailor on the Seas of Fate. So it's about this protagonist here, Elric. And this is the epic track on the album. It's over 8 minutes. And while I'm listening to it, I'm thinking this would be, just because of the vibe and the feel going on, I'm thinking this song should be saved for last. But I said, well, you're prejudging things already. Stop doing that, Dane. We'll just wait till the album's over and then see. So we'll get there as we go through the songs, whether or not I still felt the same way or feel the same way. But this song has an ending vibe to it. This would be a great way to end an album. And I'm a big fan of, you have to open an album right and you have to close an album right. Okay, anyway, so this song opens up with sound effects of surf and a seagull and wood creaking. So you're on a ship, and then it opens with an acoustic guitar, though it's brief. Has a slower pace, the song does, compared to the first two, but you have this heavier quasi-doom metal sound to the song. And when I say melodic doom, I don't mean Tim's voice. Of course, he doesn't have a melodic voice, but the twin guitar has a melodic or harmonic feel to it, so it has a doom vibe to it. Halfway into the song, the song shifts to a faster pace, and then you have a this faster pace, has a quasi, not speed metal sound, but almost some thrash elements or thrash sound to it. Anyway, then it gets back to that slow feel that started the song. So this oscillation between fast and slow tempos. There are more vocals next, then a return to the acoustic at the end of the song, so it comes full circle. Then you get a thunderstorm from sound effects, and then the creaking wood returns, and then the song ends. This is a very emotive and powerful song. I love it. The fourth song is called Sacrifice. This also begins with an acoustic intro, almost flamenco, if not flamenco, and it's more on the lines. When I'm listening to this, this reminds me of something from Yngwie Malmsteen's work, something from one of his first 3 albums. It has an Yngwie acoustic flamenco style. It's great. And then it goes into the heavier riffing, and then while the heavier riffs come in, Baker is howling in the background. It's brief, but it's quite cool. It's very subtle, but if you pay attention, you can hear it. Then the vocals, the normal vocals hit in, more acoustic in and out. So the song also back and forth between acoustic and electric guitar. The vocals are just phenomenal. And also there's more of that quasi-Eastern music vibe going on. It's briefer than in the previous song, but it, again, has something to do with the scales, I think, and the effects pedals. The soloing here is top-notch. This is what heavy metal's supposed to be. I cannot say that enough. When I'm listening to the song, I'm going, now this is what heavy metal is supposed to be. It's that good, this song is. The next song is called Looking Glass, and so the song begins with the sound effect of shattering glass. This is a great head-banging song. I had to get up and bang my head when I heard this. The first solo is wonderful. It's long, too, so it's cool. It's really great. It's very emotive as well. Like the whole album so far, Baker's vocals are top-notch, and his phrasing is superb. What's great about Baker as a vocalist is no one else sounds like him. Some people, they can't get past the vocals. Not me. When I was in high school and heard this for the first time, I was immediately captivated by his vocals. It's just so different. Great phrasing here. The sixth song is called Dark Parade, so it's the title track. Has a soundtrack feel to it, and this isn't a bad thing, though, because it's still heavy. And when I say it has a soundtrack feel to it, at times, when the vocals are not present, the guitar has a heavy metal soundtrack vibe to it. It's hard to explain, but that's what I imagine, or that's the best way to describe it, rather. So give it a listen and tell me what you think. It's slower paced, and so it has a dark mood to it. Now, at the 3:47 minute mark, it switches to an up-tempo beat, and it's fantastic. Then some nice twin guitar harmony. Then the rhythm section, for a very brief moment, shares the spotlight. I wish there would have been a little bit more of that, but it's really cool anyway. Then it shifts again back to a very bluesy style heavy guitar with the rhythm guitar underneath that to end the song, and then it fades out. The seventh song is called Distant Shadows. This is the second longest track on the album. It's 6 minutes and 8 seconds. And more opening killer riffs. More Frost and Fire vibes, both vocally and guitar tone. More classic Cirith Ungol sound, right, that you want. Let's see. There's more melodic guitar playing on top of the rhythm guitar and the rhythm section, so that's nice. It's slower paced at times. Then you get this opening riff that returns. The solos follow that. They're fantastic. They're great, and they're long. I love long solos. And again, Tim Baker's voice is phenomenal here. His voice, I said, is unique, and it works so well with the music that's here, and of course with all the albums that they have. And the bulk of the song, while you still have the bass and the drums, what really shares most of the spotlight in the song is the back and forth between Baker's voice and the guitar, the melodic guitar playing. It's just fabulous. In the last minute of the song, there's some cool slow riffing going on. So some slow guitar playing, and this segues into some acoustic guitar. When I'm first listening to this, I thought, oh, cool, the song seems like it's going to end with some acoustic guitar, but actually I was sitting on the couch, so I didn't see what song was on my computer, and I have some cool speakers here. So, but actually what was going on is that the seventh song, Distant Shadows, was segueing into the last song, the eighth song. So the seventh and eighth song are connected. There's no pause or break whatsoever. So the eighth song is what you have starting. So, the eighth song starts with the acoustic guitar, and the previous song ends with electric. So again, down below is the last song, starts with acoustic intro, Tim's vocals and background vocals. And so, which is odd because I don't think there's any other Cirith Ungol song that I know that has background vocals to it. And what I mean by that, it's not overdub of Tim's vocals, it's female voice. So it's interesting. But it doesn't last long enough. It's another slow paced song. And in about the 2-minute, 20-second mark, you get a return to the acoustic guitar, then a heavy guitar solo which is a minute long, which is really cool. So you have some really cool long solos here. Then the vocals return after the solo, and then you get another solo at the 4-minute mark, but it's very brief. Then at the end, you get more acoustic guitar, so it comes full circle. That acoustic guitar is about 25 to 30, 35 seconds, and then the last 10 seconds is just silence. I have to listen to this later with headphones. Maybe the last 10 seconds has some music, but I didn't hear anything, and I have quality speakers here. So anyway, that's the track rundown analysis, if you will, what's going on within these songs. So I mentioned I thought that the third song, Sailor on the Seas of Fate, might be best at the end, and after hearing the whole album, I still feel that that would have been a better way to close the album. I liked the last song, but I thought that Sailor on the Seas of Fate would have been a better way to end. And there's something to be said about synergy, or the way tracks are listed, right? The flow, if you will, that gives the overall tone and vibe of the album as a whole, right? Anyway, so here's my rating. My rating of this album is not good. It is not very good. It's great. That's how much I am impressed with this album. I am loving this album. And in fact, for right now, this is my second favorite Cirith Ungol album of all time, only following my number one, which is Frost and Fire. That's how good it is. So I highly recommend you go and listen to this first, and if you like what you hear, like I did, go out and buy it. It's that good. Give it a listen. Tell me below if you've heard it already and what you think in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care now. Bye.